That is the 24/7 White House. He never sleeps. He never will. Welcome back, everybody, to American Sunrise. You know, here on The Big Show, we talk a lot about faith and family and freedom and how important it is to protect those values. And that is exactly what AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, is doing every day. AMAC is the conservative alternative to AARP, and their members receive discounts on travel, insurance, and more, plus access to helpful tools in the excellent AMAC magazine, which is filled with stories and information that truly matter. Now, right now, you can receive up to 33% off when you choose a 5-year membership. That's just over $1 a month. $1 a month, come on. It's a great investment to hold Washington accountable and keep America strong. So join the community that's standing up for the future. This is what you do. You go to amac.us/sunrise and you become a member today. All right, for more, let's bring in the Senior Vice President of AMAC Action. That would be our good friend, Andy Mangione. Andy, great to see you. Saw you down at the AMAC Action Boot Camp for Patriots. That was phenomenal. We'll get to that in a moment. I want to talk about the shutdown. Democrats obviously have shut down the government. What is AMAC Action's position, and how does this all affect seniors? Good morning to you.
Good morning, David. Great to see everybody again. You know, first, we can't ignore the fact that Republicans have acted responsibly. They're the ones who put forth a clean continuing resolution to keep the government open. It was the same short-term funding extension that virtually all Democrats voted to pass 13 times during the Biden administration to keep the government open. It's the Democrats that are the ones who are not operating in good faith. Among other things, Democrats want to give free health care to illegal aliens paid for by hardworking American taxpayer dollars. They want to stop the nutrition program for women, infants, and children. They want to halt benefits and services like suicide prevention programs for veterans. AMAC Action issued a statement in support of the clean funding the Republicans proposed, and we're very concerned about the Democrat proposal that includes $1.5 trillion in spending increases and a $50 billion cut to investments in rural health care that would greatly compromise the health care of seniors living in those areas.
Andy, I just have to say to our audience, what genuine, amazing, David Brody will attest to this after being with you guys this weekend, yes. Genuine, amazing team you have. The nicest, most down-to-earth, Zen and I were talking about it, people you could just ever know. So I just want to thank you all for such an amazing and powerful weekend of boot camp action. AMAC Action is currently running a campaign asking members to leave comments on the Election Assistance Commission's website. It's short, the EAC it's called. Tell us about this campaign.
Well, the U.S. Election Assistance Commission is kind of a little-known bureaucracy, I should say. It's a bipartisan commission whose mission is to help election officials improve the administration of elections and also help Americans participate in the voting process. The EAC has opened a website. They're seeking public comments on a rule change, and it's an important one. This rule change would require documentary proof of citizenship when registering to vote in federal elections. The National Voter Registration Act grants the EAC the authority to require this proof of citizenship, so they are well within their jurisdiction to make this important rule change. Why do we need this rule change? Because under current law, voter registration for federal election relies on the honor system. Applicants merely check a box attesting that they are citizens, and that needs to change. AMAC members have responded in great numbers to our campaign so far, leaving over 9,900 of the 15,000 total comments posted to the website, telling the EAC to make this critical rule change. Comments close on October 20th, and you can bet we'll be keeping an eye on this.
Andy, I realize my youthful exuberance in this face of a 25-year-old belies my mature American citizen status. So I've got a bone to pick with you that you didn't invite me to come as well. But I'll leave it alone. I'll be the bigger man, Andy. I was going to even bring my flugelhorn to impress your cousin Chuck Mangione. But we'll leave that alone. No, seriously, I'm just razzing you. The U.S. House of Representatives recently passed an AMAC action-backed bill to secure our border. Tell us about this legislative victory. This is really interesting.
It is, Terrence. This was an easy one to support. AMAC members have long been supportive of a secure border, and they're still greatly concerned over the number of illegal aliens the Biden administration let into our country that are still here. The Stop Illegal Entry Act, that's the name of the legislation. It strengthens penalties for illegal entry and re-entry into the United States, ensuring that those who violate immigration laws face serious consequences. It also provides additional resources for federal prosecutors, equipping them to hold repeat offenders and violent criminal aliens accountable. And we're so pleased that the bill AMAC Action supported that strengthens border security and establishes tougher penalties for illegal border crossers passed the House of Representatives, and we look forward to shepherding it through the legislative process in the U.S. Senate.
Okay. Andy, listen, before you go, we got about 30 seconds or so, but that AMAC boot camp that Gina was talking about, Boot Camp for Patriots, obviously was recently held in Virginia. We were both there. It was just phenomenal. So tell us more about these type of boot camps. How did that event go? What's coming up in the future? And by the way, the food in the green room was absolutely delicious.
Well, I helped set that up.
Rub it in,
can't
David.
take total credit.
You know I
for it,
can eat.
we hold these events, David, we hold these events to connect, inspire, and equip AMAC members and friends and AMAC Action volunteers with the knowledge and courage to stand strong. We believe each of us can be the change agent our nation needs, and together under God, we are called to defend the sacred rights he has entrusted to us. Our event in Virginia last week covered the top issues facing our nation today, including immigration, education, election integrity, men invading women's spaces, and the dangerous resurgence of Marxist socialist ideology. I had the pleasure of serving on the election integrity panel discussion at the boot camp. We also held a touching tribute to Charlie Kirk. The entire event was well received, and the feedback was great. And it was wonderful to have Real America's Voice journalists David Brody and Dr. Gina Loudon participating in our boot camp last week at Patrick Henry College.
And you also had John Solomon, and you also had Ben Berkwong from RAV. It was a great event, but the audience made it so special. The things they said to us about how much it means to them, what we do every day, it just meant the world. We got to meet some of our viewers, Jengis and Mrs. Jengis from the chat, and many others. It was beautiful, and whoever catered the after party was phenomenal, by the way, whatever restaurant that was. And you, my friend, have great taste in cigars.
Thank you.
Hey, Andy, thanks for being here. And yes, and by the way, hello to Kathleen and Kathleen, the two folks that I saw, and there's others. But
they were so
Kathleen,
great. Yes.
They were great. Two separate Kathleens. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Great to see you. Thanks,
Thanks,
Andy.
Andy.
Appreciate it.